So we are jumping into our first series this morning in the top left-hand corner of 10,000 feet. We have the Brazilian Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Team Hellfire. It is MasTeR. This morning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Mexican Terran player, the blue Terran. It is SpeCial. Juanito, papi, Juanito. Here we go. We're loading into 10,000 feet. One of the smaller maps of the map pool. Smaller map, shorter rushes and spike rounds. We'll see how aggressive SpeCial players are being. SpeCial is known for being hyper cheesy, hyper aggressive in Terran versus Protoss. So we do expect this to be a short series, or at least short games. So we're leading towards aggressive builds here from SpeCial. Meanwhile, MasTeR, he's known for his mid-game play. So we'll see if he can survive the aggression and get into a much more comfortable mid-game instead. We'll see if he can get there. So now MasTeR does scout for proxies. Checks the third base first before moving out across the map. Meanwhile, double gas opener out of SpeCial, going for a faster factory. One base all in is a viable option here for SpeCial. It is an option. Once again, we are going to be setting up. There's that faster factory. This can lead into a 1-1-1, like racks into factory into starport, or racks into factory to second factory. Like that is, these are available here for SpeCial, and I would say that he is one to mix in those one base all-ins. Otherwise, you should be seeing a a natural base. Should be seeing a CC after this. Nice run, Juanito. SpeCial does go for it. Yeah, he's one base all in. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted. So good thing we brought it up. Again, like there are very few Terran players that I would, consider one base all-ins at the start of the game, but SpeCial is one of them. The other players that I often bring up are Gumiho and Ryung. So Gumiho, Ryung, Milky Cow's the other one, SpeCial, like these hyper cheesy players. So straight at one base all in, MasTeR does move in for the scouts. Hallucination does confirm all the production, and now he knows. Yeah, he's worthy all in. Back at home, we need defensive setups here. Ideally, we go extra gateways, going for a 4-gate setup. First battery's already done, a little bit early, but the battery is complete. And we need more batteries. More batteries, potentially even a second pylon. Here comes SpeCial. Rallying our Marines, tanks, pools of boys. We have 4 batteries here in the natural base for MasTeR. Getting 4 batteries up and running. Again, he saw the add-on setup as well. He's aware of the tank production, or potentially cyclones, but should be tanks. SpeCial does commit in. The tank trying to get within range. So far, the Stalkers, they hold their own. Waiting for the tanks to siege. Yeah, a little bit late here for SpeCial. Does keep pushing in. Keep moving forward. Takes down the Twilight Council. Nice big off, no blink. Now the worst thing that can happen here is for MasTeR to deal with this before the second tank arrives. Second tank is not coming in. And massive tank shots going off on the Stalkers. Again, there's no charge. No upgrades. It was also really unfortunate that Twilight Council was exposed here on the low ground. It was in the main, then we could finish an upgrade. Charge would have been huge. And this might just be too much. Yeah, this might be too much. There's just no way to dive, right? Without charge or blink. MasTeR can't, just can't get on top of the tanks. He's gonna go for it. Massive tank shots on the Zealots. Holds his own here within range of Liberator. And the Stalkers are going down. They're going down one after the other. Massive tank shots. Again, we're down to 5 Stalkers out of 4. 4 Stalkers left. Down to 3. With an extra warp in, maybe. But it's within range of the tank. The tank is a little bit far behind. But another tank is coming. Another tank is coming in. MasTeR pushing further forward. Boys are being pulled. With the help of the boys, we might get on top of one of those tanks. It's close. Yeah, it's looking very, very close here. Massive tank shots here on the Stalkers. Does target fire. And the final tank is barely going to go down. And MasTeR, he's holding. He's holding on. Takes down the tank. It cost him everything. But he's holding, papi. And SpeCial, he has no natural, right? There's no follow-up. It is completely one base all in. The longer this goes on, the better it is for MasTeR. MasTeR did lose 7 probes in the process, but he still has the better economy. Things are still looking better here. SpeCial dips into the main. Attempts to harass. He's getting ready here for a second wave, but the second wave is going to be weaker this time. The one thing working for SpeCial, as I mentioned before, was the Twilight Council placement. Even after the defense, there's no upgrade, right? Again, like charge or blink would be such a massive upgrade here for MasTeR. If only he had a Twilight Council. Stalker's going to be zoned away. 2 tanks moving in. MasTeR trying to get ready. Yo, we got the Starlots. Let's go. Once again, can he get on top of that tank? Nice target fire here with the Stalkers. Does Focus Fire. Gets 1, gets 2, down to 3 Stalkers. But the Zealots, they get on top of the tanks just barely. They get on top of both. Both tanks go down. And MasTeR holds. Yeah, MasTeR is holding on. He's holding back. Oh my god, barely gets the Liberator. Just barely. Takes out 9 SCVs. SpeCial down to 15. Under 1 base saturation. Yeah, and with that, this is going to be the final army here. Again, the medevac trying to hold on. A nice control, pulling away. Breaks the lock on. Oof. Medevac does fall. Oh, who gets surrounded though? Yeah, MasTeR gets caught out. Now losing almost every single Stalker. Once again, no blink, right? Like, once again, there's still no Twilight Council. We can't really afford it at this point. Not anymore. We're still getting very messy. Very messy here. Okay, tanks to siege. MasTeR, he has to be careful. Here come more boys. Pulling the boys for the 3rd time. The 3rd wave. Now, this should be the final wave here. But SpeCial's already got 2 tanks. Like, it's crazy. He can afford this much. I'm loving the surround setup though. MasTeR hiding his units. He's ready for the surround. Luring SpeCial in. And now he goes for it. Yeah, he goes to the dive. 1 tank is sieged. Tuz coming for the surround, and he should clean this up. There we go. Takes down one of the tanks. Takes down the Liberator as well. There's 1 tank left. It does also fall. Now I can just pull back. Now just pull back, heal up. Save his Stalkers. Nice control. SpeCial, we were a little bit indecisive. Okay, time for wave 4. Time for round 4. The power of mules, Pat. You just keep going. This is a risky maneuver here from MasTeR. It does mean that he has significantly less to defend, but he's going for the counterattack to catch reinforcements and to try to end the game. Doesn't get the Marine. Yeah, that was not ideal. He didn't catch any units. And he's in danger of being surrounded. Oof. It gets a volley from the tank. Does not kill. Doesn't get the Cyclone either. Yeah, rough moment for MasTeR. At this point, I would suggest saving up for a Twilight Council, but I mean, he's got a Robo instead. As a Robo, you can get into Immortal production. He's set up here on top of the ramp. Tanks are on siege to better engage here from MasTeR. Takes out the Cyclone. He wants those tanks. GG, and MasTeR, he takes game number 1. Whew. GG, MasTeR takes a lead in the series. Does take a lead here against SpeCial. The one base all-in did barely fail. It was close though. It was very, very close. Again, able to deny the upgrades, take down the Twilight Council, wedge himself into the natural as well. A little bit fortunate that SpeCial's tanks were a little bit too far back. They were just barely out of range of the rest of the production and the rest of the batteries as well. So it made it a little bit more difficult for SpeCial to really push in, and MasTeR barely held on. Whew. And with that, MasTeR takes the lead as we load into game number 2. Going to be loading into Winter Madness. There's less of a chance here that we see a one base all-in now, as this is a much larger map of the map pool. But if we had another smaller map, then I would still, you know, pose and float the idea of a one base all-in. Let's go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Winter Madness, we have the Brazilian Protoss player. We have the red Protoss. Leading the series 1-0 for Team Hellfire, it is MasTeR. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Mexican Terran player. We have the blue Terran. It is SpeCial. Juanito. Here we go. From here, we're going to be opening up, and we should be seeing something more economic out of SpeCial instead. The reason why I say this is because welcome to Winter Madness. Winter Madness is a much larger map of the map pool, larger map, longer rush distance by ground. As a result, we should be seeing some more economic play out of SpeCial. One base all-ins are less viable on these larger maps, aside from like proxies, of course. But there is no proxy, so we can now embrace a longer game state and the mid game. We can get there. From here, we are going to be settling in again. Double gas opener once again. My apologies. We will be seeing a faster factory, a delayed CC. Technically, this could be a one base all-in again, but it shouldn't be. Should just be factory into command center. But eyes are on SpeCial. Intentionally does throw down the factory very far back. This does mean, 1, there's no add-on swap, but 2, it means that a probe scout at the ramp will not see what comes next. For all MasTeR knows, there could be a CC on the high ground, or there could be a factory, as MasTeR did not check the gases. SpeCial moves out. Yep, there's that CC on location. So it is a tech-heavy start, but not all in. Not yet. Technically, this can still turn into a 2-base all-in, which is more of what I'm expecting. As MasTeR does get a safety shield battery, sets up back at home. Twilight Council's on the way, this time in the main, so this time it's going to be safe and we can actually finish the upgrade. And we'll see what the players get into. SpeCial going for the dive. Yeah, he rushes past into the mineral line. Can he get any probe kills? He can. As he gets 1 probe kill, gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Oh, yeah, 3 probe kills, nice damage. At the same time, he did not get behind the mineral line. Ooh, and doesn't quite. There we go. He confirms. Oh no, 4 probes. 4 probe kills, confirms the tech, confirms the Twilight Council. There's no Stargate or robe opener, not here. 4 workers, very nice damage. Special comes out ahead. He does take a lead. Behind this, going to be following up with a Wooden Mine Drop. With this mine drop, he'll be able to scout and check for how many gateways there are. We can see a 3-gate setup, so 3-gate blink. It's on special to confirm, as he hasn't seen additional gateways yet. That's a Medivac on the way. MasTeR claims his 3rd. Special poking in. He gets a free scout anyway. He gets a free scout, confirms all 3 gateways. Mine drop into the natural. MasTeR is distracted. Oh. Up! Does pull away in time. Whew. Thankfully. Pulls away, pulls back. Up! Catching out 2 probes before pulling away. And again, so far Special, he has taken the lead here. He's killed how many units? 6 probes. 6 probes for only 1 Hellion and 2 Reapers, so well worth it. And what else is scary is that both Wooden Mines were saved. So Special, he still has these mines in the back pocket to go back in to find more damage. He's still not done. Likewise, we have a 3-1-1 setup. So far, everything's looking normal here. Building up our tanks, building up the bio, eventually into the add-on swap, into stim. We'll see Special throws down 2 more Raxes. A 5-rack setup would be indicative of something more aggressive and something more committed. But so far, everything looks pretty normal. Yeah, eBay's on the way for +1. There's the add-on swaps for stim and combat shields. Special going for a very early push. Bold move. Is a bit of a beyond move, even more so than that. This is quite risky. Does get spotted. And bleeds out a Marine. Losing 1 Marine so far. Mine Drop comes in from behind. Ooh, Medivac goes down. Catches out one of the Stalkers. Yeah, gets 1. Catching at the sentry, tanks do siege, going for the dive, and he should get both tanks. Yeah, both tanks go down in the end. I don't think this is quite worth it if a Special does sort of step in, but there's a battery, and MasTeR holds. Yeah, this is very, very wasteful here from the Terran, losing everything. And what did he achieve for this? He got a sentry, he got like 2 Stalkers, not worth of a Special. He throws away his army. As I mentioned, his move out was very risky. Didn't make, again, it was just really risky and really detrimental here, as he moved out pre-upgrades, pre-stim, pre-combat shields. He got 4 Stalkers. So a better trade for MasTeR. That move out was borderline like disrespectful. Like, it's like, what are we doing out here? Ay, ay, ay. Ah, es Juanito. Special moves out with his own double drop. Double mines. We have MasTeR building up in towards Colossus. So blink into charge into Colossi. 4th base is going to be on the horizon. MasTeR is embracing that mid game. It's going to move to Special to pull him apart and to find more economic damage. As we have that back and forth. With Special initially dealing more economic damage, but losing the main army fight. Here comes the mine drop. And MasTeR, does he react? Oh, he does. Pulls away. Same time main army gets spotted. MasTeR, he does likewise react to said main army. Oof, mine drop going off. 3 probe kills, not bad. Catching out 3 probes. Charge ults are in position. Special pulls away. The 4th base I will say is late. So late 4th expansion for MasTeR. But it should be turned down soon. Oh. So far, nice bait. Colossus production has begun. MasTeR pulls away. There's the fourth. Again, we'll see if MasTeR can keep up with SpeCial. As the first Colossus has arrived. I would say the MasTeR could engage with this, but it looks like he's a little bit paranoid about multi-prong aggression. He's paranoid about drops. Peels off some zealots. And I believe SpeCial will spot this. He does. And denies the run by. Catching up free charge lots. Dream drop towards the natural. Uh-oh. I mean, this is a way to recover here. SpeCial kind of stumbling his way into the mid game. But if MasTeR's caught out of position, he can lose a mineral line. SpeCial, he distracts. Pulls away the attention. At the same time, a Doom drop into the natural. Ooh, there's a reactive warp in. SpeCial doesn't commit. Yeah, force fields are premature. Nice Zealot Realmite gets into the mineral line. 6 SCVs go down. 7 SCV kills. Ay, ay, ay. Crazy damage. Better moves out of MasTeR. Even recalls his Zealots to safety. And MasTeR does take a lead. From here, he's getting a second Robo, double Colossus production. At the same time, we do see SpeCial is taking up. Ghost production is going to be underway. Vikings as well. Both players protecting their armies. Both players are building up. Zealot drop into the natural. SpeCial is in position though. Ideally, you want to go for these drops as SpeCial is being active on the map, while there's a distraction. And this prism can be hunted down. SpeCial is ready, searching. Prism does pull away. MasTeR is maxed out. He's got his 3 Colossus. Yeah, 3 Colossus, first Disruptor as well. Honestly, MasTeR, he's in a good position here, but I don't know if it's wise to try to break a 3-basing Terran. Again, SpeCial is very well fortified. MasTeR, he wants to trade. Vikings, they do catch the first Colossus. At the same time, Prism moves in. Now was the time. A nice drop, gets 4 CVs. This would have been the time to drop in with the Prism, distract the army, then move in with the main force here at the third. But MasTeR does pull away. SpeCial, as a result, has maxed out. Shows those Novas. A little bit premature. Bold move for the Novas. He's got 3 more. Sorry, 4 more. He's got 4 more Novas. 1 Disruptor goes down. Ooh, decent Nova. So I'm going to say Colossus. Yeah, down to 1 Colossus. Ooh, massive Nova. Novas are connecting. Oh, but MasTeR bleeds out a little bit too many Disruptors here. Even forcing friendly fire. Zealots are going down. And SpeCial kites well. Yeah, he's just out kiting. Breaks in, massive Nova connects once again. Oh, the Nova's bappy. Yeah, Novas are connecting, but we need charge lots. We need a buffer. Yeah, Disruptors are being focused down. Oof. Nova doesn't go up. 1 Disruptor left. Messy fight here for MasTeR. Losing, what, 5 Disruptors. And SpeCial's just rallying. Yeah, SpeCial just rallying forward. Took some massive Novas to the face, but he kills every single Disruptor. Again, MasTeR was just a little bit too careless with those Disruptors. If he had preserved even 3 of them, then he could have held on. I mean, looks like the Warpins he will hold. Yeah, he does hold on here. Starting back the army. Likewise, Viking count is reduced to 0. Now would be the time for Colossus once again. The splits. This time does split. Just once again, the disruptor goes down. Once again, doesn't preserve them. We keep losing disruptors back. But MasTeR holds. Make some Colossus. MasTeR, he's holding on. Catching out more medevacs. Oof. Chasing special down. Behind the special does claim a 4th base. And MasTeR has a high base count, but the work count is lacking. This is where we do need around 80 probes. So still making more workers. Still building up his economy. Back in Colossus. And MasTeR, he does have that economic lead at least. But things are still getting messy. It's very messy here. MasTeR going for his round by, but a couple of seconds too late. The planetary is now done. Yeah, just a little bit too late. Mind waddles in. Liberation has arrived. We just spent a warping on Zealots. Ooh, Zealots get thrown away. And mining is being denied. And mining is denied. 5 probe kills. We do have Colossus on the way behind this. Especially being so annoying with this Liberator. Denying more mining. Denies more mining, catching out 3 more probes. Special being active. Both armies are remaxing. Special, you never quite go back into Viking production, so this is where a heavier Colossus count can be quite effective. 2 Colossus so far. Special coming in from behind. Nice swipes in the Colossus. But the space is going to go down. Does force a recall. Forces back MasTeR. Special's buying time. Now that recall's on cooldown, this space should go down. Yeah, there is no recall. Takes down the expansion. Likewise, Special doesn't quite catch the Colossus, overextends with the drop. But that's 16 probe kills. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, brutal damage. Oh, losing even more. Yeah, 21 probes going down. MasTeR's economy is in shambles. Linking forward. And he does get on top of the bio. Army comes in from behind. Oh, can he get the Colossus? Yeah, messy fight here from both players. Special, he does not get the Colossus. Barely not, but he does get the Gateway Army. Okay. Yeah, catching up the Zealots, the Stalkers. Still a better CranKy for a Special. A better surround. And with the help of the Vikings, he gets another. Gets a Colossus. Expensive losses there for MasTeR. Remember, MasTeR, he didn't rebuild his probes. He's still in a low worker count. Typically, in this kind of game state, the Protoss player has a larger bank and has better economy. That's not the case here. Technically, Special, he has a better economy here on 4 bases. Has a comparable worker count plus mules. MasTeR is hurting. Special's getting a 5th CC. And again, MasTeR, he has not been rebuilding his probes. Yeah, SpeCial does collapse in, catching up both Colossus. Yeah, again, there's just not enough anti-air. We do have a heavy Immortal count, though. Yeah, with the help of the Immortals, the Marauders are a little bit less effective. Vikings forced to land. MasTeR can take this fight. He needs more Zealots, though. He needs more charge. They do trickle in. Oh my god, it's still not enough. Yeah, no more Zealots. MasTeR has to pull away. SpeCial barely holding on. SpeCial does hold. Planetary does finish. Did cost him 11 SCVs. That does slow SpeCial's economy down. Okay, we're getting messy. MasTeR also never made any extra workers, by the way. You know, still on 69. Oh, as MasTeR overextends. Shows Nova. MasTeR's running back SpeCial. Trying to maintain that army. I'm not too fond of the Colossus at the moment from MasTeR. He does make one, just because the Viking count is still very high. Very high. So MasTeR does rotate around again, very Zealot heavy. Dancing with SpeCial. No, we got some landed Viking harass. Let's go. As MasTeR does collapse in. Picking up a couple of Marauders. MasTeR can try to make his way up the ramp. He's going for it. He's pushing for the natural base. Doesn't quite commit. The Vikings, they catch the Colossus. Again, there's just no anti-air. There's 3 Stalkers. Again, it's a very cheap army here. It's very Zealot heavy. Very Zealot heavy. MasTeR tries to collapse in. Nice kiting here from SpeCial. They're catching out a couple of ghosts. Decent Novas. Oof. Novas once again grazing the army here. Not bad. No. Be careful with the friendly fire, man. Cuidado. Oh my god, once again SpeCial does kite into the Nova. Takes out one Disruptor. Not that many left over. Once again, like, the biggest concern for me here is lack of longevity, lack of economy. Vikings a force back MasTeR. SpeCial getting breathing room. That's the recall. Recall's back home. 9 probes going down already. And again, MasTeR, he didn't really have much of an economy. Oh no, the Disruptors! Disruptors get thrown away. A messy recall here at a MasTeR. He does not defend against the Vikings. Does not defend. Vikings are dropping back in. And it denies more mining, cripples the economy. It was already crippled to begin with. Throwing way more Zealots. We get some decent Novas though. Novas are gonna cheese. It's the Novas once again back. The Novas are crazy. The balls, they just keep connecting. Oof. These Vikings, they just keep landing. Denying more mining. Again, Zealots, they can't really deal with this. You just keep lifting. There's just no anti-air. There's no anti-air. There's no gas for MasTeR. He didn't take his gases here on the left-hand side. He does have his high-yield gas geyser. Missing a gas geyser here as well, the third. So just a messy economy. I mean, he's down in economy. And he's being overwhelmed. Yeah, he's being overwhelmed. More probes are going down. Losing 24 workers. Massive EMPs. Catching out the Disruptors. Finally, GG gets called. And SpeCial overwhelmed. SpeCial ties up the series 1-1. Whew, GG. GG, well played. MasTeR, this was his game to lose here. MasTeR, I was so impressed that he was able to get into the mid game. Like, once he got there, he was able to excel, take better main fights. I will say he was out trading SpeCial, but what was killing MasTeR was his lack of economy. After losing probes, he was not rebuilding. He was not rebuilding workers. He wasn't able to replenish. He was stuck on 69 workers for a very, very long time, and of course, it plummeted even further due to the lack of economy. He couldn't afford stalkers. We were harping on the fact that he wasn't warping in back at home defensively, but he had no probes to take gases. He had no probes to saturate. He had a very, very, very low worker count, and he just couldn't afford stalkers as a result of that. And the land of Viking harass was game ending. Like, that was brutal damage. GG. GG, well played. If it wasn't for the land of Viking harass, even with the low economy, I think that MasTeR may have been able to break SpeCial, but it distracted MasTeR, forced the recall, was killing a bunch of workers, denying any reinforcements. Like, it was rough harass. GG. GG, well played. With that, we're going all the way to the ace match. We're going all the way to game number 3. Let's go. Here we go. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the Brazilian Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Team Hellfire. It is MasTeR. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the Mexican Terran player. We have the red Terran. It is SpeCial. We go. Un momento. We go as we're delving into the ace match here, the final game of the match, final game of the series, I should say. Winner of this does move on to the grand finals, and will it be our Terran or Protoss? We're here to find out. We're here to find out. As once again, double gas open out a SpeCial, opening up with a Rax into factory. This can lead into a one base all in. I mentioned previously that was something we brought up on 10,000 feet for good reason, and it was a one base all in on 10,000 feet. One base all ins are viable on Ruby Rock as well. It's a very small map, short rush distance by ground. We could see SpeCial double down here once again. So that's something that has to be in the back of MasTeR's mind. Novas for thee, and Novas for me. No. I mean, again, overall, I will say that MasTeR, I want to say he was taking better fights than SpeCial, but it just came down to the economy. It came down to the fact that he couldn't reinforce his army. It was also limited with what he could make as well, due to his limited gas income. So it was very, very limited. So now we are going to be opening up. It looks like SpeCial is going to be expanding, so no one base all in. He's taking his natural. Likewise, so is MasTeR. Players are building up. Oh, as he moves out, the Reapers, they do move in. Catching at 1, 2 probes, not bad. They don't quite get to scan the main base. It is going to be a Twilight Council opener, but so far SpeCial's in the dark. Going for the middle line once again. MasTeR missing a... sorry, he doesn't have a warp available. True. Yeah, warp is still on the way. Blink now has begun. SpeCial catching another probe. Another worker goes down. We get a scan to the main base, confirming the 111, confirming there is an expansion. Oh, no, no. Okay, it does escape. Does pull away, and we have a standard follow-up here. MasTeR going into 3-gate blink. 3-gate blink, we should be seeing a Robo soon, otherwise a third Nexus. Eyes are on MasTeR. So just opening up the room. As SpeCial, the aggression just does not end. He does rally across the map, still has the Reaper Hellion alive. And he wants that pylon. Oh, going further into the main. Bold move. He's crazy. Yeah, he's going for the dive, trying to look down that Stalker. Blink is not yet done. Yeah, Blink is done. Does get the sentry. Turns back the army. And SpeCial trying to take over the main. He shouldn't be able to, though. There are plenty of Stalkers. And MasTeR does run away. He will lose 1 Stalker. Will lose 2. And 2 Stalkers get picked off. SpeCial gets into the mineral line, catching up more workers. SpeCial, he's going to be cleaned up here, and he shouldn't kill any more probes. But what kind of trade are we looking at here? Yeah, not quite worth it. SpeCial losing a Cyclone, Medevac, 4 Marines. Also, big commitment here from SpeCial. He kills 2 Stalkers in the process. If he was able to pick off the pylons and maybe like depower and take over this portion of the map or portion of the main base, then maybe, but yeah, not quite worth it. We have seen SpeCial overextend plenty of times this series so far. It's another example of that. It does at least slow down the expansion of MasTeR, and it does at least keep MasTeR at home. Ideally, MasTeR would be across the map and containing the Terran. Oh, especially with delayed tank production. Non-existent tank production. If MasTeR was more active, he could have gotten some damage done here. SpeCial is building up to a heavier bio count, earlier stim and earlier combat shields, and 0 tanks, a very heavy bio army, and MasTeR doesn't know. Yeah, MasTeR, he has no idea. Ideally, you pick away this army over time, especially without any tanks. The Stalkers would be free to just poke in, get a Marine here or there, threaten and dive into the main. Threaten to dive into the main base. So far, the Raven is getting caught out. MasTeR trying to set up his third. Again, I believe he hasn't seen the main army yet. Just now spotting. The observer he sees. Here comes SpeCial. He has stim. He has stim. Combat shields +1 isn't quite done yet. So he's missing 1 upgrade. But there's no battery ready. SpeCial just sims in. He sims in. Auto's coming in from behind. Yeah, nice starts. Zealots, they do full. We have the energy overcharge. We have the battery, but it might just not be enough here. Yeah, SpeCial overwhelms. He just overwhelms the army. Colossus does arrive just in time. We have the Colossus. The boys. Oh my god. The boys are being pulled. 4 probes go down. And this is still a better trade for SpeCial. He gets away. He drew down 5 Stalkers, 6 Zealots, 4 probes. If it wasn't for the Colossus, he might have just broken the third then and there. Oh, speaking of. MasTeR doesn't quite catch the medevacs. SpeCial claiming his third base. Raven made it back home, okay. Raven did make it back. And the medics, they make it back as well. So especially he pulls back home. Behind this, he has the better economy here. At this point, MasTeR, he is missing a 4th. He should have a 4th base already on the way, if not finishing by now. So late expansion, extra gateways. MasTeR, he's trying to be more secure. And this does mean that SpeCial takes a lead. Takes a lead from here. Now already working his Vikings, working his Ghost production, building up into the mid game. Special was hyper aggressive, and initially it wasn't quite worth it with the drop into the main base, but the follow-up here did make up for that. And now he's just settling in. He's just calming down. There's no pressure on Special. The pressure is on MasTeR instead. There's still no 4th expansion, by the way. How many gateways do we have? 10. Okay, 3 base all in. No gases. No gases here. 10 gateways, no 4th expansion. Intentionally so, MasTeR is all in. So now we see why. I was harping on the fact like he has no base. It's like, oh, I see. Extra gateways. So 10 gate all in on 3 bases. Either MasTeR kills Special or he dies trying. He's completely all in. And he's warping in a bunch of zealots. Unfortunately, there is some city. Dallas force to cancel. Collapsing in, nice force fields, locks down the army. Ooh, but we waste some with some Colossus shots. Yeah, first Colossus goes down, so does the second. Massive pickups here, no more splash damage. And Special's holding. Special is holding on, better concave. Pushing back on those stalkers. The Prism will survive. But we can just keep rallying and GG. Yeah, GG gets called. MasTeR, he runs out of steam, and Special will claim the series 2-1, advancing on to the grand finals. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Special does claim the series. Again, it did make sense because of MasTeR's earlier losses to try to commit into an all-in. It was either that or he had to get a much faster 4th base to try to macro up and keep up with Special. But again, we saw that Special had plenty to work with back at home. He had some nice EMPs. He had built up his Viking hand as well. Just had a very comfortable lead after the damage dealt earlier in the mid-game. GG. GG, well played. But what I will say, shout out to MasTeR, because I can see him 2-0ing. Like game 2, there were a lot of moments where MasTeR was ahead. If you recall, it was just game 2 where MasTeR was neglecting his pro production, right? He was neglecting his economy, so he wasn't able to stabilize or even get a lead over Special despite getting some better fights. So I can definitely see a world where he could have 2-0'd, but in the end, Special did bring it back and was looking that much more dominant here in game 3. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. Special does advance on, and we are going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have the grand finals here. It is going to be a best of 5 between Special and El Huevito and Eggs. See you soon after the break.